So good evening, guys. Welcome to our Sunday night Zoom call. Hope you all had a lovely weekend in the sunny day we've had today. I've been to see the car venue today. It looks absolutely stunning. So I'm going to try and get another day, maybe in a couple of weeks just before, so maybe some of you can come up and view it with me as well to get a feel for where we're going to be. But it looks amazing. And secondly, well, really firstly, just congratulations to our amazing Danny Adamson for completing our half marathon today. Well done, Danny. It's such a big achievement. I don't think I could do that in a manual car, so well done. But tonight, I wanted tonight's training just to be a little bit more interactive than usual, than me just sitting here talking as usual, or anyone else sitting here talking. So what I think it's really important for us all to do, and I know there's quite a few new people on the call tonight, so we've had this form that I know some of the older guys that have been with it for a while have got this form, and you're probably using it monthly. I'm sure you're using it every month to move forward in a better way. So we've got a form on our team just to really help you assess where you're up to and how you can move forward in a better way. Because sometimes what we can be doing is we can be doing the same thing over and over again. And we all know that's the definition of insanity. If there's something wrong, if there's a flaw in your business, you need to really find where that flaw is and make some changes. So if your business isn't exactly where you want it to be, you really need to look back and assess on a monthly basis what's working for you and what's not working for you. So this form is pretty simple and you know, easy to fill out. So maybe we should just walk through the form and maybe we could all fill it out together today just to see. I know, Becky, you've just started, so you don't have a month to look back on yet, but it moving forward, if we can do this on a monthly basis. So obviously the month is September on the first line. I know we've still got 3 days left in September, but I really wanted to do this call now because I think sometimes what we can do, we all know what month-end madness can be like. So we all like plummet towards the finish line to qual and to promote and bonus, whatever we're doing. And then we seem to take our foot off the gas on the 1st of October, on the first day of the month, which is really where we should be pushing down the accelerator. So really to have your assessment done a few days before the end, because obviously your QVs are going to change, your success line QVs, maybe put what you're on now, and then at the end of the month, you can put on what you finished on as well. So you can see the difference in the last few days that you can make to your own business. So your success line QV, if you write down what you're on right now, and then your personal qualifying volume is the next question you're going to write. And that's obviously quite obvious to see on your new dashboard. You can see the little green thing going up and you can see what your personal PQV is. For those new on the call, your personal qualifying volume is taking care of your own orders, your preferred client orders, and also your client orders. They all take care of your PQV. So the fourth question down is the number of one-on-ones you've done this month. Now, this questionnaire isn't meant to embarrass anybody. It's not meant to, you know, you don't have to share this with anybody. But I think it can be really quite a big eye-opener as to where we're spending our time in our business. And when we come down to the income producing question, obviously the only thing we're going to get paid for is getting our business in front of people, sponsoring people, sharing the products, and helping preferred clients to get set up and attending meetings. Everything else is not income producing. So how many one-on-ones have you done? Now that is sitting down, sharing the 15-minute presentation and giving them some products to take away and doing follow-up. So how many have you realistically done? How many meetings have you attended this month? How many Discover Arbonnes have you gone to with or without guests? As you know, you really do need to be attending as many as humanly possible to get better yourself. You'll notice that all of the leaders, they attend meetings with or without guests because you always learn something. How many trainings have you attended? Now, I think most of us have been to like the most amazing training ever. So we're all trained up this month after AAC at the beginning. But how many trainings have you attended? And pretty much we're seeing the same faces on the Sunday night Zoom calls every week. So, you know, power to your elbows. And the Monday night conference calls, obviously they count towards your trainings as well. What books have you read this month? And what audios have you listened to? I've really started to get quite specific with everything I'm doing on a weekly basis. You know, I'm doing my blog of a night time. And on a Sunday, I do my little assessment of how many audios I've read, how many books I've read. If anybody hasn't read The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, get it tonight. It is just life-changing. Come on, Nancy, we know you're with us. It is something that I've known about this book for a few months now, and I have dabbled in it over the last few months. But as you all know, as I turned 39, maybe midlife crisis is beckoning, but I did decide to give it my all, and we've all heard the statistic, it takes 30 days to form a habit. You have to do something constantly for 30 days. Although something I've been studying recently at the Oxford University, a study that they did, it actually takes 66 days. So if you give yourself 60, keep going, just keep going. So 30 days is going to be like a breaking point. 66 is where you're going to have the real subconscious mind take over. So yeah, 66 days. Next question on your list, that you're obviously writing your questions down as we're going through, aren't you? Product events held. How many product events have you personally held this month? Obviously that's, you know, getting out, doing maybe a makeup workshop, a Swiss pamper workshop, a meet the products event, which are really what we've had great experience with. Thanks to Danny sharing that with us. So that's the activity there. Now, okay, moving on to the crux of the matter. How many consultants have you brought into the business? How many people have you helped start a business this month? How many people have you looked to help this month? So how many people have you signed up? How many new preferred clients have you brought into the business? How many people have you helped with the products? And how many contacts have you made? Now, this is something that the quicker you start to get a system for your business, and I'm not here preaching because it's taken me 5 years to even start to think about creating a system in my business, but the quicker you create a system in your business, the easier it's going to be and the more time efficient you're going to be. This is all about time management. So I literally have every single month, I think you've all seen my little folder here before, but every single month, this is just a very simple January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. I have my prospecting things. So every month, every single person I meet in the month, this was last November, every single person I meet in that month, I write on these lists here. Now, whether I speak to them about Arbonne or not is a completely different kettle of fish. But every single person I meet, I always get their number, I always get their contact, I always put them on the list. And so as you go through the year, you can assess how many new contacts you're making. From that, what you can assess is how many of those you actually spoke to about the business. From that, you can assess how many people actually joined your business. And from there, you can assess how many people actually did anything once they joined. So it's kind of like really narrowing down the pipe. So really start to assess your business. And we talk about the 7 skill sets, which we're going to come on to in a moment. But if you're not prospecting, if you're not building your list, if you've not got a list, then you haven't got a business. So really do, if you've not done it so far, get your list, get your master list written and just keep adding to it on a daily basis. And then finally on the first page is the number of income producing hours you have put into your business this month. So by income producing, like I say, we need the number of one-on-ones, the number of meetings attends, and so on and so forth, number of product events. They are income producing, the number of phone calls you've made. And it's quite an eye-opener when you do work out the hours that you're actually doing that are income producing. That's not sitting on Facebook, that's not laminating, that's not creating files, that's not the self-development. It's quite an eye-opener. So when you do get your paycheck, do divide your paycheck by the income producing hours and you'll find you're pretty hefty by hour. So yeah, so do make sure that what you're doing is income producing. One thing that I found really useful, does anybody like making lists? Is anyone a list maker? Okay, I'm a crazy list maker, ridiculously crazy list maker. But I've been reading a book or listening to an audio called The One Thing recently, and I write my lists, and I have literally loads and loads of things written on my list, and all it is making me busy. I feel like I'm doing something. So what I do now is I split my to-do list into 2 sections. The top section is my success list, and the second section is my to-do list. So in my success list, I will write the 3 most important things that I'm going to do that day that are going to take my business to where I want it to be. And they're the 3 things that I'm going to get cracking with straight away. The to-do list is underneath. So all the bits like, you know, do the ironing, email so-and-so, all those things are, you know, things you've got to do, but make sure you're not just doing the really unimportant things to get through your to-do list. So make sure you've got a success list written first. So that's the first list. So on the second page, what do you think went well in your business last month? What really worked for you? What brought QV into your business? What helped you to sponsor more people? Did you have a light bulb moment? You know, whatever you thought went well last month, write that down. And what activity did you do to make that happen? You can write whatever activity made that happen. And then the next question down is, I'm going to go through them quite quickly. So really what you should do is think of the first thing that comes into your mind and pop it on the paper. And then obviously you can go over it afterwards and really expand on it, so you've got a really clear blueprint. What would you like to improve on in your business? And then on this one is, what will you be doing more of or less of? Will you be getting off Facebook? Will you be doing more prospecting? Will you be making sure you have your DMO every single day without fail? Now your DMO is your daily mode of operation. And I think most of us take the 222, the daily mode of operation. So 2 phone calls, 2 text messages, and 2 new contacts every single day. If that's your non-negotiable every single day, then everything else is a bonus on top. And then finally, are you ready to move forward? So this is a bit of an assessment of what you've done. And then we move on to the next page. So then we start to assess our 7 skill set areas. Obviously, we're going with the Eric Worre of the 7 major skill sets. You need to give yourself a mark out of 10 on one of these things. So finding prospects, how good are you at finding prospects really? Like I say, nobody's going to see this, so the only person you will be lying to you is yourself. So don't slow down your own success. The second skill set is inviting your prospects. How good you are at inviting. I think Becky and I were talking about, you know, if I would you earlier on, which is a really great technique to use when inviting prospects. Number 3, presenting to prospects. How good are you at presenting? Do you need to get better at presenting? Are you still talking about yourself a lot, or are you listening? Have you got 2 ears and 1 mouth? Are you really good at presenting? Are you making that presentation, you know, really to them? Are you making it mean something to them? Are they walking away understanding what that business could do for them? Number 4, the follow-up. Now, this is where most people struggle. The fortune is in the follow-up. So do make sure you're following up and give yourself a mark out of 10. How good are you at closing prospects out of 10? How good are you at leading them to the decision to get started on a scale of 1 to 10? And then how good are you at starting your new independent consultants? How good are you getting them set up for success? And then the final one is promoting events. Now this is crucial. We have so many Discover Arbonnes going on around the country. You really should know exactly when they're going on, and you should make it your business to be there, basically. Like I say, with or without guests, but also when there isn't a meeting going on, when when you're setting your own meeting up. Remember, these meetings are set up by consultants for consultants. So we don't set them up for our own gain necessarily. We set them up to help other people to learn and bring their prospects along too. So do make sure you promote your team's events, because we don't just do it for nothing. So promoting events. So this is where you now want to assess your 7 skill sets. If you're looking at it now and you can clearly see one of them that is dropping below all the rest, give it a big ring now, because that is what you are going to focus on 100% for the next 30 days till we do this assessment again at the end of October. And just imagine if you took one of those skill sets every single month and learned to become a master at them. Over the space of 7 months, you were going to have the same skills as a national vice president. So really do focus. And with the book that I'm reading at the moment, The One Thing, that's what it says. You know, I think I'm very guilty of I've got like golden tinge syndrome, where I see a bit of gold and I want to go that way, and I keep getting pulled from pillar and post of the Eric Worre training, and then this and then that. And I start them all, I sign up for them all, and then I never finish them all. So do get one thing and stick with it to the end. So that really should see what you need to work on this month. So moving forward, on the next page, what are your goals for October? What are your goals for October? We need to have goals. We've done lots of training on goal setting, I know. But it's a funny analogy, because obviously my boys play football, but it's kind of like playing football with no goals. The kids are just going to be running around wild for 90 minutes because they're just going to be kicking a ball around with no goal. And that's very much like your business. You're going to be running around energetically with nowhere to aim it. So make sure you've got a clear, focused, crystal vision goal of where you want to be. So then write down what your QV target would be for that month. So obviously, area manager calls pretty much always the goal at the moment for most of you. So that would be 10,000 QVs in 1 calendar month. So that's what level am I aiming for? It could just be you're aiming for your district manager bonus. It could be that you're aiming to go to district manager, area manager, whatever your personal goal is. And then what books are going to help you to achieve that goal? And what audios do you think you need to listen to? There are so many SoundCloud audios. If you haven't got the SoundCloud app, download that, because there are tons of audios on there. And, you know, find out what you need to be listening to get to that next level. And then, you know, how would you feel? We said this on the district manager to area manager call last week. How would you feel if you achieve that goal? What would that mean to you? Put some emotion behind it. Really, really, you know. And then the next question is, what would you give yourself? Always reward yourself for getting to that goal. So even if it's something, you know, like I'm going to take myself for a massage, or like Danny did, she takes the kids out every time she hits a goal, or the kids are really fully involved in her goal. So have something that's got a bit of, you know, heart involved in it. And what would your affirmations be to get to this goal? Is everybody doing affirmations on a daily basis? Kinda. Yeah, so affirmations are so key to kind of, I don't know how they work, and I just kind of really curved them for about 3 or 4 years, but they actually really do work, and I don't know how they work, but they do work. So affirmations are really, really key, and always talk in the present tense when you're doing your affirmations. But then, you know, I was listening to Tony Robbins the other day, and affirmations are amazing, but affirmations without action are purely delusion. So you can't just be doing the affirmations and then not bother to do the action. You've got to be doing the affirmations and then put the action and the activity behind it to create the result. So do the affirmations and the actions. And then ask yourself, are you ready to 100% take responsibility? Now, this seems like such a small question, but this is probably the biggest question, because, you know, you've really got to just, I think Melanie said it on the call last week, divorce from your upline as quickly as possible. Take full responsibility for your business. You are the only one that can get you from where you are to where you want to be. All it is your vision to do that. Because any goal that you're going for has been done, and it's been done before, so you can do it again. You just got to really believe in yourself to do it. So you're ready to take action. So, and then finally, on the last page, there's a whole page of other notes that you can do that are going to help you to achieve your goal. Who do you need to get involved in your goal? Do you know, some of you, I'm your sponsor. Some of you have got other sponsors. It might not be me that can help you. You might look at somebody in a different team or a different upline, and you think, I need them. That I've really resonated with them. I've met them at AAC. Drop them an email, drop them a call, ask for the help. I had a call from a girl on Ian Pritchard's team the other day who's about to go Region 12, who asked for half an hour of my time so I could give her some tips on how we got to region. So just don't be afraid to reach out, and don't be afraid to get your family involved in your goal. One of the things that I did was, I had my goals, but I kind of didn't really share it with my family. As soon as I shared it with them and told them why I was doing it and what it was going to create, they were 100% behind me. So get everybody involved, and be accountable. I know we've been through this on the call last week with the district managers and to area manage everything, but I know, Danny, you've set up an accountability group, haven't you, to get to area manager, and there's so many people that want to go to area. So Lee, I need you to get accountability, and Claire to get to area, and Nancy, of course. But I would not put the 3 of you together. I'd try and choose people from other teams if possible. And hey, Kim, I can't even see you else on the call. Sorry, I'm just kind of talking to things. So that's basically, and Danny, there you are, you just popped back up again. So that's basically what I wanted to go through today. I think it was just really important to go back through that. Like I say, I know a lot of us have done this form before, but I think, you know, just getting into the routine of doing it every single month. Has it been quite an eye-opener looking at it in black and white? Would anyone like to open their microphone up and ask any questions of any help that they need moving forward for the next month? Has anyone got their goals that they'd like to declare for next month? This is where everyone goes quiet and just goes, not me. Go on, Claire.
Me, I'm the only Claire on the call tonight, aren't I? Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
How are the Claire in Portugal?
I know, I was thinking, where is she? You know, my goals are pretty much, I found a difference in my business this month to the last couple of months, and basically because I have got my backside in gear and I've been more consistent with it. So for me, it's just to carry on that way, and go for the 10,000 QVs, and get to area qual. Again, I still need to do more reading. It's something that is a real weakness for me. Just actually sitting down and sitting still is a mission in itself. Audios I've listened to all week and everything, and I've had them on in work, and rather than putting the radio on, I've listened to my audio. So that's not a problem. It's actually just the sitting down and sort of the reading, which I know will help me in the long run. But yeah, and that's it really. It's just going for those 10,000 QVs and keep consistent with it, and keep going for the. I've had more PCs sign up this month. They haven't done the 150 QV order, but I've had more PCs sign up this month, and I've got a consultant signing up sometime in the next couple of days than I have done in the last couple of months. So it's like, need to stick at it.
It's good, and it's good. But your business, Claire, is really dramatically, improved. I think. Yeah.
Because I've changed the whole mindset of it. I'm not letting anything get in the way, and now I've got quite a big reason to need it. So slightly big.
Definitely.
Yeah. So it's
No, but I think you're right. I mean, the reading was one of the things that I found really difficult, and that's why I do it religiously now. I come downstairs and I read. Doing the Miracle Morning has really changed my reading. And I'm actually reading a book a week now. Which is, I was reading like a book 8 months before. And
that's me.
So just stick at it.
And definitely.
Oh, thanks, Claire.
No worries.
Nancy?
Sorry, Lee. I've just had a crap month. And the crap month the week before, to be perfectly blunt, but for all sorts of reasons, none of which I'm going to bore you with. But I've read The Miracle Morning. Well, I've listened to it, to be perfectly honest, and it's just amazing. And I've started it this week, so I've done 4 days. I even did it this morning. I didn't do it very early, but I did do it this morning as well. And for those of you who haven't read it, you won't have a clue what me and Leanne are on about doing our Miracle Morning. And these 6 things that you do, you spend as much or as little time sort of meditating. I absolutely love meditating. I didn't think I would ever hear myself say that. And saying affirmations and visualising our goals and doing some exercise. Oh my God, I've been doing the plank. And my abs. I've probably got the wrong muscles. Sorry, Lee. Whatever muscles it is for the plank, they're killing. But I do feel so much better, and it does help you focus. So I'm going to be starting October with a vengeance. I've got a couple of product parties planned tomorrow, which I'm excited about. It's one of those. It could be 2 or 3 coming, and I've got one in the afternoon, one in the evening. I've got so many maybes, 1 or 2 definite, so we'll just see what happens. I just know last time I did a product party, I just got so many new PCs out of it. It was amazing.
11 new preferred clients, didn't you?
That month, I know, July was bonkers. So hopefully, I've still not really got a consultant on the horizon. A couple of people who may be interested, but it's so sort of tenuous. So I'm on a mission to find consultants, because I know I can't really grow into area manager until I get some consultants behind me. So that's my big goal. I'm going to go for AMQ in October. So
brilliant. Good. And also, just a big round of applause for Nancy, who is stepping up to present at Albert. Now, what better time to invite all your prospects? Just say, come support me. I'm going to be dead nervous. Come and support me. Have a listen to me. You'll be amazing, because you speak so well.
I've got to brush up on the presentation, or else I'll be going off in all sorts of different directions.
Sorry, I can speak for everybody. Have you ever seen me? I don't stop talking.
I know.
We'll be a good team.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I will be nervous, but I'm looking forward to the challenge.
It'll be amazing. It'll be amazing. But do you know what? I'm just thinking about it, really. If you kind of assess where, I know some of you weren't in the business at the beginning of the year, but you know, the goals that you set yourself at the beginning of the year, we've got 3 times now, 3 more chances to make them happen. We've got October, we've got November, we've got December. So you've just got to really go for it. Everything you've learned over the last few months. You know, some people are doing the reading. Some people are doing a lot of reading, but they're not building a business. Some people are building a business, but they're not doing the reading. We need to do the reading and build a business. We need to really be getting everything together. We've all got the knowledge we need. What we've got is enough. We just got to get out of our own way and get these one-on-ones in our diary. You know, you should be looking at October now. I mean, my October is more scheduled than ever before. I'm doing meetings in Manchester, in Newcastle, I'm doing one in Leicester. I'm literally, that car's going everywhere. So we've got the car on our team now, guys. Let's capitalize on it. If you've got people at a meeting, we need that car there as well. So just don't be afraid to get in touch and get a group of people together. And of course, the car presentation. So this is, this is obviously a celebration for our team, but this is the most important thing for all of us, really, is this is a chance to grow our business. So this is, I mean, I've just been doing a list. At the minute, we have about 15 vice presidents who are coming along to the car presentation. So that means we will have a lineup of at least 15 white Mercedes outside. And there's still more that might possibly come. So, you know, it's of course such a great opportunity to get everybody there. It's the business opportunity with the evidence. So just really go back to your list of people and just start making your phone calls. You've got the 6th, you've got the 18th, and you've got the 19th at Albert's. You've got 3 Manchester dates. There's a date on the 30th over in South Manchester, and there's other dates as well. Does everybody know where to find the dates? Got Claire nodding, everyone else. uknationdates.com and log in. The password is ICAN. All of the nation dates are around the country. So let's stop thinking so locally now and start thinking globally, because the most successful people, all the national vice presidents, have global teams. And why are they successful? Because we are now, until this gets changed in the country, we have the 7-day cooling off period. So if you start to grow a global business, obviously you will not have that 7-day cooling off period. So you could, in effect, bring somebody into the business on the 30th who is then able to place a full business order, whereas we don't have that in the UK. So start to think who you know in different countries. Start to think a bit out of your comfort zone, a bit way out. So has anybody else got anything else to say before we finish it? I know it was not really much of a usual training call tonight, but I just wanted to really get this across to everybody. Danny, have you got anything to say, honey?
Yeah, I was going to say that I did a event last Sunday. It was just like a shopping event, and it wasn't that great. I spent the whole day there, 10 till 4, but I did get 15 prospects from it. Sent them all an email and said that I'd got them to fill in a forms to say that they might win a prize. And out of 15 people, seven of them have come back to say they want product samples. And I based it on this idea, and I said they'd won a beauty box. Because one of my clients said every month she gets this thing called a Birch box. If you Google it, there's a website, Birch box, I think it is. So once a month you get these tiny little samples of gifts, and you get it in a nice little box, and it's like £4 a month that you pay. Obviously we can't charge people for our samples. But so now what I'm going to do is every other month, probably for my clients, I'm going to send them a box, a beauty box. I'm going to call it a beauty box. I'm going to put little tiny samples in of stuff they haven't tried before. So it could be nutrition, it could be anything really, just to keep in contact with them and give them something extra. And from those 15 people, 7 people have come back to me and said they want the box. And I think that's quite a good response rate. So I'm going to follow up with them this week and let you know how I get on with it. But I sent them a mixture of stuff, and yeah, see what happens. But if it works, then I think it'd be worth using. because I didn't make any sales at the event. It was a whole day, and I could have been really negative about it, but actually I think there could be some good stuff that have come from it. So
definitely, yeah, that's really good. I'm going to look into that. I think it's really good to nurture your new clients and also your old preferred clients to get them using different things. That's a great idea. Love it. Really good. Really lovely. Anybody else had any light bulb moments? Carmel, I know you've had a light bulb moment this month, darling.
Really, what the light bulb moment was actually in speaking and answering questions where I was a bit nervous beforehand. But yesterday was amazing. I had a vegan, and I have no idea. I mean, I couldn't even imagine being a vegan. Couldn't even imagine. And she had asked me lots and lots and lots of questions. And because I believe 100% in this business, I've been reading up on the ingredients and whatever, and I thought I'd better prepare for her especially. I just answered all her questions just straight off the bat, and I said any that I can't answer, I'll come back to her, but I didn't need to do that, because the information's there. The information's amazing that you can pull off when you really need to. And yes, reading and whatever, I don't read enough. And that's something that I really will rectify going forward. But with that confidence on a one-to-one basis, and I mean, she had said to me that she would never ever do public speaking. I went through the AAC with her. I went through Caroline McFarlane's father saying what he said about her. I referred to what my own father said to me, which I've had a hang up about since I was about 4. All our girls used to have really long, curly, gorgeous hair. I never had that, ever. And my father used to say to my mother when she used to try and curl my hair, you can't make a silk purse out of a side ear. And that's something that has stuck with me, and I am just fascinated by people's hair. I just love people's hair. They've always got great hair, and I think that resonates really deeply with things that you're passionate about. So that came across as well yesterday with her and her shyness, as well as her well, she doesn't have very much self-belief, and she's an absolutely amazing designer. So I brought her forward, and she said to me yesterday, but you are brilliant, you come across really, you're not afraid of anything. And I said, yes, I am. I said, the biggest fear that we have, that everybody has, is us. And I would never have found myself saying that to anyone about 18 months ago, a year ago, but I feel confident enough to instill confidence in other people. So that's my self-development coming in from this business. And each day I get more confident. So if I build that up to a level, I don't think I'll have a problem building the business at all.
Oh, that's amazing, Anna. That's really lovely to hear. And we all kind of, we obviously doing these assessments, it's very business orientated, QV, consultants, preferred clients, but then we do forget to reward ourselves for actually who we're becoming, and that's, in the long run, that's what's important. Well,
I do think that's very important, and I can see it, and I can see a huge change in you, definitely. From I first met you until now, an absolutely huge change. AAC was just amazing for me. You get to know people's characters, and then you watch them on a weekly basis and watch their progress and whatever on our Facebook page and whatever, So I just think it's an absolutely huge, helpful, I can't find the words for it. It's just community that is, it's very, very special. And it's very special, and people should realise And, you know, like sort of, and I know you have your bad days and your off days, write them off. Just write them off. You know, live from one minute to the next. Write that off. It's gone. You know, just move forward with a renewed confidence and learn from what didn't happen and why it didn't happen. And just have confidence. There is a huge support mechanism there, and I've never been involved in anything like it before in my life. And I love it.
Oh, that's amazing. It's so nice to hear. It's lovely. Bless you. And we'll bring on Belfast. We need to get out to Belfast, girls.
Well, as I said to Joe yesterday, there's no cars hanging about Ballyhackamore yet. I said, but there'll be 2 next year. One of them will be.
There will be. And do you know what? I will be doing a meeting in Newcastle in October. So if you've got any contacts or any people on your team have contacts.
I do actually in Newcastle, so I'll get those organised. And yes, you're coming to Belfast as well.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a meeting. Oh, Jersey. I've got a message from Denny, Jersey.
Well, you're not going without me, Denny.
Oh, Denny and Carmel loose in Jersey. God help us all. Now that would be a
loads of contacts there.
Oh yeah, let's get Jersey on the map. We need a car in Jersey. So yeah, we've got Newcastle that I'll be doing. I'm going to be doing that with Angela McVicker. So that'll be an amazing meeting. And then I'm going to be doing another one with Claire Shaw in Market Harbour in Leicester. Essex girls, we need to get a meeting cracking down there. We need one desperately. Let's get Essex on the map as well with our team. And anybody else that wants a meeting, just let me know, because I am going to be, I can't get out of my car anyway. I can't stop driving it. So if anybody can give me some.
Are you going to take it across on the ferry to Belfast?
Oh, maybe. I've never been on the ferry with a car. Maybe I could.
Good, surely.
Maybe I'll just sleep in it. It'll save me on a hotel bill as well. Right, girls. So, guys, just get out there. Do the do. You know what you're doing. You are enough. For me, I'm just looking at. I've got 3 gold bags sat up there. For me, that is like, oh my God, I've got 3 bags staring at me that aren't out working for me. So just every time you look at the products that are sat around, get them into somebody's hands, because while they're sat there,
right.
Anybody, any money. So get your products out, get your ask in gear, and just get cracking, girls. And I can't wait to see, like I say, we've still got 3 full days left of September. So there is time to bonus. There is time to go into qual. You've all seen the magic that can happen on the last day of a month. I think we've all witnessed the craziness of July. So you know now that that is possible. So just go out and create it and get ready to close really strong, but get up with intent on the 1st of October. The quicker you get off 0 at the beginning of a month, the better. Subconsciously, it makes you feel like your business is moving. So there's nothing worse than looking at your business on day 5 and you're still sat on 0. So get off 0, okay? And just pretend you've only got October to build your Arbonne business. Pretend that someone's come along and said, right, you've got October, and then for the rest of your life, you've got to live off what you created up until that date. So 31st of October, Halloween, is the last day you can build your Arbonne business. Build like crazy. Build like crazy. You want to get that willable asset. So get to Area Manager Qual as quickly as possible. So guys, I'm going to get off now. It's 9:45. I love you all dearly, and I can't wait to see you. And I've not even spoken to you, Kim. Hi. You okay? All right, guys. If anyone's not got anything to say, I shall see you next week. We'll have I think Danny and I will speak in the week about trainings. I think somebody wanted a success plan training, and like I say, if there's anything that you feel that you need, this has been a bit of an ad hoc training tonight, because obviously I've been out all day at the car presentation, but you know, do give us some feedback of what you need, what you want in your business. And if you feel that you've had something that you've been reading or learning and you really want to share that with everybody, don't keep it to yourself. Ask if you can do a training Monday night and share it with everybody, because the more input we get, the better. That'd be amazing.
Can I ask if anyone would put on the team page any suggestions for hotels in and around the area where the car presentation is? I'm not sure where I'm going.
Yeah, there are a couple. What was that one I told you about today, Danny? Was it
I couldn't remember the name. Was it Milton or Milton or?
Mitton.
Mitton. It's Mitton Hall. You've got Mitton Fold and Mitton Hall. They're up near Clitheroe where you are.
And what's the other
Um,
one? The other one that I was going to do my presentation at.
Eves, you looked at Eves Hall, didn't you?
No, the other one that's a funny name.
So that,
The Duncan House, Leanne, was it?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that one, the Duncan House. That was it.
Yeah.
That's not far either.
Northcote
Would you, Lee? Would you just put some links on the team page for everybody?
Yeah. Is it how far? Is everybody driving, or is it just have to be like within sort of taxi service within 10 minutes, or?
well, I fly into Manchester, do I?
Yeah, we'll work out
Yeah.
to get you, Carmel. Don't worry. We'll come and
Could
get you.
Carmel fly into Blackpool? Could you not fly into Blackpool?
Would that be better?
I have no
Even
idea.
easier.
Blackpool
We-
Airport.
Who's going to pick her up from Blackpool though?
Oh yeah. Well, it depends on when it is. I could possibly pick her up from Blackpool. Depends
What
on
time,
when
are
she
you,
flies in.
what time are you going to fly in, Carmel?
No, I haven't even arranged it yet, Danny.
Because Blackpool's only half an hour for me, and obviously you're 20 minutes to Clitheroe from where I am, so we can sort something out.
Yeah.
Give me some suggestions on the page and then I'll work it out.
Or
Okay,
Leeds. I mean, if you were going to fly to, if Leeds was cheaper, I could pick you up from Leeds on the way to see what's the cheaper options for you.
You're
Yeah.
coming on the Saturday though, Danny, aren't you?
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, Carmel, you can fly to Liverpool and I can pick you up from there. I'll be going from Liverpool.
Unless
Three
you flew
options.
Saturday, Carmel, and stayed over the Saturday night and then flew home on the Sunday night. You in work on Monday?
No, well, that doesn't matter because I can take time off. That's not a problem. It's just I don't want to put anybody out, you know. So
Well,
it's
there'll be plenty of people that can come and get you, so don't worry.
Yeah.
There'll be people that can come and get you. We can sort that out. As long as you've got somewhere to stay, I've got.
all I need to do is just get my bearings as to actually where I'm going.